4 years ago, I was a kindergarten teacher. Yeah, I was. It was the summer break, and I went through this bout where I could not sleep. I could not sleep at all. It was awful. I kept having these second thoughts about going back to school in the fall. Actually, it's not the fall, it's in August. And I had already had my classroom ready for the next year. I was being moved to a different grade level. My classroom was ready though. I had worked in it. I was ready. I had been to some teacher trainings. I was ready for the school year. But then as this next school year kept approaching, and I had this little bitty baby. Avery was a newborn. I just kept having these second thoughts. I felt like God was leading me to do something different. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't see past this is what I went to school to do. This is what I went to college to do. I still have these college loans. I haven't paid off these loans, and prayed about it almost nightly, daily. Could not get it off my mind. Talked to my husband about it. We went through our financials and our budget and decided what would it look like if we had one income versus two. Could we make it happen? How much are we willing to sacrifice to go down to one income? It was a big decision. And I knew that if I quit my job, that I might not ever be able to go back. God would not let me leave this alone. I tried to ignore it. I worked in my classroom, kept myself busy, not thinking about it. And then next thing you know, I'm quitting my job. Called my principal, quit my job. You guys, that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But when I did it, such a relief. So that was 4 years ago, about. I was really sad because I knew I wasn't going to be around my teacher friends anymore. I had some really great, good relationships with my co-teachers at the school I was working at. I miss them so much every day. I miss that. I miss having that camaraderie, that friendship, and that adult friendship, because I have 3 kids, and I knew I would miss that. So fast forward to 2019. Well, before that, I started to miss having friends, and I got out and I started going to fitness classes and ended up getting my fitness instructor certificate, and then I went on and got my AFA group fitness certification. And I got to thinking about the need that my hometown needed. We need community. We need to have a place where we can meet together that's positive. We think about this. Okay, what kind of spaces do people get together and hang out as a community? Well, I don't know about you, but the first thing I think of is a bar or a church, right? Those are places that you get community. Well, I'm not a preacher. I love the Lord, but that's not my calling. And I'm not opening a bar. So I wanted a good place that was an atmosphere that I could encourage people to come together and to make friendships. And also to work out, because that is so important. How awesome would that be to combine community and fitness, positivity, all together in one place? And I'll be honest, when I opened, a lot of the people that I talked to, I ran it past them because I can't make a decision on my own. So I talked to people, and some people were like, Anna, you can't open a studio in Gleason. You can't open, this is, you need a town that has a college. You need a town, a big city. This is not going to go over. They're not going to support you. I did it anyway. But I had a gut feeling that it was going to be an awesome thing, and that people were going to show up, and that people would get it. Despite some of my colleagues' opinions, I did open a studio in Gleason, Tennessee, population like 1,800, something like that. Did it anyway. And some of my business owner friends, they're like, Anna, what'd you go to school to do? I'm like, I went to school to be a teacher. And they're like, so you didn't go to school, you don't know anything about business? I'm like, no. Like, well, you know, I'm not dumb, but I can learn anything. I'm ready. Guess what? I did it anyway. Did it anyway. I told a friend of mine that I do feel like I'm drowning a lot of days, that I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to keep our doors open, not just for me, but for my community. I want the studio to be a safe place for all of us. I told him that I feel like I'm a flower growing in the sand. I feel like sometimes the world is falling all around me and I'm struggling, I'm trying, I'm blooming, I'm still here. Every time Rona tries to sneak in and show its teeth, I'm here. This time last year, I was meticulously painting and cleaning, and my husband and my best friends were helping me paint and put down flooring, and we were cleaning a cooler, and we were putting shiplap up on a wall, and we were changing out toilets, and you name it. I was nervous. I was anxious. I was nervous because, you guys, I opened the studio and I had no idea if anyone was gonna show up. I had no idea. No idea. I'd been talking it up and I hoped that people were gonna show up, but I really deep down didn't know until the opening day. Opening day, 4:30 a.m. Yes, you guys wanted a 4:30 a.m. class. You guys are still nuts. You're nuts. You're crazy. Did you want to get up in the middle of the night and work out? I think it's great. It's a great commitment. I'm just joking. I think it's awesome. So 4:30 a.m. the night before, I had been at the studio probably cleaning or painting or finishing something probably till like 2 a.m. Anyway, so I went home, slept a minute, and then I came back, and I was on my way to the studio, and Erica Ross was teaching her kickboxing class that first day. It was on Monday. And a deer ran out in front of my car, and I totaled my car. I had to call my husband. He came and got me, and he took me to the studio. And my car, I just left it in the ditch. And we showed up to the studio, and we pulled in the studio parking lot. The parking lot was full. It was it looked like the Stones were in town at 4:30 a.m., you guys. And that, I think, was the moment that made me feel like it was completely worth everything that I had been through, I had decided to do. It was kind of like God finally showing me the picture. This is why. And I walked in the studio and I looked in the group room. And again, this was pre-Rona. I looked in the group room. You guys, it was like 30 people in that room. There were so many people in the room. They were on yoga mats trying to stretch and warm up, and I sat down in disbelief. I could not believe it. It was such an amazing, at that point, I wasn't even thinking about my car being totaled down the road. It like, normally that would be a thing that would just make your day, or week or year. I'm pretty sure I had mud all over my leggings, and I had coffee spilt all over me because when I hit the ditch and didn't hit the deer, the coffee went everywhere. Yeah, it was an amazing experience when I walked in that door, and I was absolutely blown away. And you guys continue to blow me away by showing up at 4:30 in the morning or in the afternoon or whenever it is you come. It blows me away. Every time you show up and you walk through my door, it makes my heart want to explode. So thank you. Thank you for doing that. And thank you, Lord, for encouraging me to take the risk and to step off the ledge, to be the flower in the sand, to listen to my heart and to listen to you, Lord. Thank you for that. And I encourage you today to step off the ledge, to do the thing that you have been thinking about doing, but you're scared. You're scared of failure. Failure isn't such a scary thing if we think about it. I saw a quote today that said, a winner is actually a loser that tried one more time. So I encourage you to jump off. Just do it. Take the risk.